Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Mamma mia, I forgot how it was to enter the chat and saying that we won. Mamma mia. Mamma mia, I totally forgot. Can we play only in Coppa Italia, please? Can we play only in Coppa Italia, please? Because, guys, we won. I'm happy, we won. And I have to say, beautiful performance from Juventus, solid performance from Juventus, not the most entertaining Juventus, but I saw some ideas. I saw a Papa P Papa Po game, that's the new Tiki Taka. No, Juventus, good, solid, we win, we go to the semi-final of Coppa Italia, where it will not be one game, but two games this time, versus Inter. Quel stress! Oui, c'était un stress. Yes, it was a stress. Were they dangerous? Did they put us in danger, Lazio? No, it was not a great Lazio. Apparently, Sarri, he really suffers Max Allegri. Quadrado gave us solidity today. He is needed in this team. I totally agree with Marian. Then I will put, of course, the messages. Softic and Loca, cool. Where is Softic? I don't see him in the chat. I didn't see him yet. Pinking, ciao Yash. Ciao Aldo, ciao Stavros, Mikey Mazzarese. It was nice seeing that ball being moved. We will go to all of the things that happened today, of course, because a lot happened today. Ciao Mion, who else is in the chat? Ahmad, well fought game, please. Can someone tell me Max never to play Paredes again? He didn't play today. It's true. Ciao Samurai, first half was great, second half was a usual brand of non-football. We dropped back in second half, I agree, something that we have to pay attention for, because that's where our problems are coming from. Ciao Joey, I saw a really interesting message, but I don't find it anymore. Ciao Redemption for Bremer. Yeah, I'm happy for Bremer, Forza Juve from Nini Baranto. Radovan, ciao Beppe, we are looking convincing, strong and confident with the ball. We have to find continuity. Ciao to Peter Abate, ciao to Rico, ciao to Jose Angel that was together with me on the Juventus Twitch, and that's really a pleasure to have you here. Ciao Jasco, ciao Nicolotti, ciao GT1897, ciao to Psiliguz. Beautiful names, guys. You know that I see a lot of new peoples here in the chat, and that makes me so proud, like Jakob, that is also proud of the guys. Forza Juve, proud of everyone today. No, super. Ciao Mohamed Youssef, as always in the chat. MVP Loca, ciao Nur, Daniel Perrone as well, ciao, we will go to the game. MVP Loca, then Bremer, and I can't believe myself saying that Quadrado was and is really needed, not because he is outstanding player, but he is the best that we play, the best one that we have there in that spot, and I totally agree. Okay, Nicolo Fagioli worked hard in the midfield. I loved him. I was not really 100% impressed by Fagioli. Can we go immediately with a man of the match? I need 4 names, guys, because I can't put more, otherwise I would have done it. But I can max put you 4 names. So I need 4 names for the 1-0 that we did today. Maximum of likes on the video, that's the first thing that we have to do. Then you subscribe if you didn't yet. And now you give me 4 names. Locatelli, we will put Locatelli in man of the match. That's absolutely a no-brainer. So man of the match, Locatelli. I need 3 more. Krostic, let's put Kostic. Kostic. Bremer, I want to put Bremer. Locatelli, Krostic, Locatelli, Bremer, Kostic, and I see a lot of Quadrado there as well, I believe, yes. Could potentially put Chiesa, unfortunately, I will put Quadrado. Chiesa was fantastic, but I want to put Quadrado for one reason that I will explain. I put Quadrado, but probably Chiesa deserves more than Quadrado. So you have the opportunity, guys, to choose your man of the match. We try to target at least 100 votes, because from the moment that we have 100 votes, that's where we really have an idea of the reality, what people are saying. At the moment, Locatelli started with a 73%. I didn't doubt about it. Kostic, Locatelli, the only one for Mahmoud. Golf is saying Locatelli as well. I'm voting for Andy, for Freddy Church from Andy. Show the stats. I will go to all the stats and everything you want to. Today, we have the time to do it. So let's speak a bit about the game. A 3-5-2 chosen by Juventus. Let's go to the starting lineups. 3-5-2 chosen by Juventus. My only question mark was, will Max go for a 4-3-3? It was possible to do it with Cuadrado a bit more down, with Danilo center, with Bremer. Bremer that could have been in difficulty playing with 4, especially a bit more on that left side of the field. At the end, quite fast, we understood that we went for the usual 3-5-2. A 3-5-2 that brought us a lot of happiness in terms of results, but also destroyed us versus Napoli, that same 3-5-2 that didn't work a lot in certain phases of the game versus Atalanta, and a disaster, total disaster versus Monza, that 3-5-2, until we changed a bit and we were a bit better in second half with a 4-2-3-1. So a lot of people were saying stop with the 3-5-2, we don't continue. Today we play versus Lazio, that we don't forget won 4-0 versus Milan, did 1-1 versus Fiorentina, that is in the semi-final of Coppa Italia, winning yesterday versus Torino. 3-5-2 with some newness in that team. The biggest one is, of course, seeing Federico Chiesa and Dusan Vlahovic for the first time in bianconero together. They were able to do it versus Fiorentina when both of them were playing with the Viola. This time, Comiso is complaining about Juventus, but he's also happy for all the cash that he received for these two players. They were able to do it in bianconero. Perin into the goal. That's the usual goalkeeper for Coppa Italia. Clean sheet for him. Today, he was good. At a certain moment, he scared me on a long shot from the distance from Lazio, where he was absolutely beaten, but the ball was out. But except of that, was good. Perin. 3-man defense: Danilo, Bremer, Alexandro, Cuadrado, Fagioli, Locatelli, Rabiot, Chiesa. It was impressive to see Fagioli and Rabiot always interchanging their position in that first half. Let's go really half per half. They were changing. Sometimes Fagioli was on the right side, sometimes he was on the left side. Was it because they were really targeting one man to mark in the midfield, especially Rabiot that was following, and Fagioli was adapting his position according to Rabiot? Could be, technically. Kostic, that all of us, including me, wanted to see on the bench to rest a bit because he was out of energy, out of nowhere today. Max was right to start him because he had a lot of energy. I don't know about the energies of Ealing Jr. I will need to see him on the field, maybe versus Salernitana, hopefully, to judge if he's ready or not physically to play, because also him comes from a long injury. But today we can say that Krostic was good. Not perfect. Kostic, I have put them in the 4-man because he was able to do up and down today, but he needs to work a bit on his cross accuracy, because we went with a lot of cross. In the chat of Juventus, a lot of people were saying cross and inshallah, that was the strategy of today. Of course, when you have two real wingers like Kostic and Cuadrado, of course you go with more crosses instead of going centrally. And then Vlahovic, that came back after the injury, not only entering like he did versus Monza, but this time from the beginning of the game. What do we think about that 3-5-2, about the first part of the game? A Juventus that actually, we saw how much we needed Juan Cuadrado, this Juan Cuadrado, because we all said it. The first part of the season with Juan Cuadrado was a real disaster. He didn't play well. He was out of energy. He should have been the replacer, you know, the sub that come in to refresh that 4-3-3. Instead, we are going toward that 3-5-2 with a lot of players injured, and he's playing game in, game out, game in, game out. 34, 35 years old for the Colombian number 11 of Juventus, and he's tired. He's really tired. He can't do all what we are asking him to do. He's playing on an injury, sacrificing himself for the team also versus Lazio, the last time that he started the game officially for Juventus. Today he's back from the start of the game, again versus Lazio, this time in Coppa Italia, and we saw how much we needed Juan Cuadrado today, because offering and defensively on Zaccagni, that for me was the real danger of Lazio. He was really solid on him on paying attention. By the way, one time he's doing a fantastic experience foul, receiving that yellow on Zaccagni. But also offensively, he was there. Not the crazy Cuadrado that we know, and sometimes I have to say luckily, because Cuadrado sometimes is exaggerating. We give the ball 5 minutes to Lazio, 6, 7, 8 minutes to Lazio, and then we decide to play. And that's where Juventini were happy. Why? And then I will read a lot of your comments because I see that you're super active. That makes me super proud and happy. But you have Peloso that is saying, look, I didn't want the 3-5-2. I didn't want to see it again, but it worked. So I love also the honesty of saying I didn't want it, but I don't care. It worked, and I'm happy about it. But what happens with Juventus? What I start to see in the beginning of the game, 3-5-2, where again, the 3-5-2 transformed himself really fast in a 5-3-2. Why 5-3-2? Ciao to Uncle Charma. See you soon, Beppino. 2 times we will see each other this time. 2 times, not only 1 time. Why is my camera like this? Let me put a bit closer. Otherwise... I'm beautiful, you need to see me. Wait, 2 times, huh? Inter. We know it. The last time you have stolen the final, so we will try to take a revenge this time. We'll try to take revenge. Well, a Juventus that's dangerous. You play 3-5-2, but because you give that ball to Lazio in your home, like we did versus Monza, like we did versus a lot of teams this season, we give them the ball. Kostic and Cuadrado, or whoever is there on the right side, is obliged to drop back. What Chiesa was not able to do, and that's the big difference today. Why I'm happy that Cuadrado was back, because versus Napoli you play a Chiesa there that was supposed also in non-possession to drop back. He was not able to do it. It's not his role. He has a 3-5-2. He can play there on the right side, but offensively, running, going, if he has to pay attention to a player like Kvaratskhelia, then it starts to be really, really dangerous. Now, he played up front in the 3-5-2 with a Cuadrado in his role, and we drop 5-man defense. What is the problem with that 5-man defense? That when you recuperate that ball, and that's what we saw in the beginning of the game, you recuperate it and you don't know what to do with it because you don't have enough available men to receive that ball. You have the first one that received that ball, not Locatelli, but sometimes, a lot of time it was Fagioli, and he needs to stop. He needs to stop because there is absolutely nobody, and Vlahovic is too much isolated. From the moment that Juventus, in their mind, in their head, they decided to keep that ball, to manage that ball a bit more, that's where Kostic and Cuadrado slightly go up. Cuadrado a bit more defensively, paying attention to Zaccagni, Luis Alberto, and Marusic on that side of the field. And then you had a Kostic that is starting to go up. And that's where we are going in the beginning of the game. Left side, Kostic, Filippo from Serbia. That's what we are trying to do. Juventus try to be a bit more confident. They go with attempts, a bit on target, but not precise enough to score. We push. We don't play with the highest intensity and velocity because 2 teams were trying to play a bit more secure. And then we go and we score. VAR. I don't know. They took more time to analyze the VAR to see if there was an offside of Bremer that was like 12 meters in. Anyway, they took more time to analyze the VAR to cancel that goal than they took time to read the 14,000 pages from the jury in court to actually make sure that Juventus received -15. Guys, it is what it is. It is what it is. I will close the poll with Locatelli 58%, won, Bremer 22%, Kostic 15%, Cuadrado 5%. Attenzione, because I don't like when Dino is putting these alert flags. Beppe, I tagged you on Twitter. What do you want, Dino? Attenzione. Indeed, this is what we are speaking about, you see? Assistant Dino. They took more time to cancel. They tried to cancel this one. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Guys, I don't know. Maybe they were looking at, I don't know, this person. They said, maybe this person. So Bremer is offside. Maybe one day it will come, like this person here, so Bremer is offside. You never know. I don't know what they were looking for. But the Juventus quite solid and nice in the first half, except when we are giving that ball away, we drop in 5-man defense, which I can even accept in some moments of the game, but it can't take too long. When it's taking too long, guys, then the other ones, not only they have easiness to go up with a block, with a real block, they go up, But then they are taking domination of your field. But what are the stats saying at the end of the first half? That Juventus, they dominated also the possession of the ball. I don't know how it finished. I didn't check the last one. Probably Lazio won, I believe, the possession. But in the first half, and that's great, and that's why Juventus played a bit better, because Juventus deciding after 6-7 minutes to dominate the game, to have that ball possession. Well, if you don't give the ball to Lazio, you don't play with 5 in the back. You are going up. You are taking territory. You are playing on the left, and at a certain moment we also gave alternatives on the right. Why? Because if we are pushing, if we are going up, we have more solutions. Quadrado and Kostic, probably a bit too much crosses. Cross and Inshallah, it worked in the first half. Second half, we have to speak about it, but first, let me check your comments, because you are a lot today, and that's appreciated. So maximum of likes, don't forget, because we have only 137, and this is a shame. Juventini, we want likes. We need likes. We deserve likes on the channel. Oh, I forgot something. Before reading your comments. Look, that's what I wrote immediately. In 98, there was a contrast between Giuliano and Inter. Inter is still crying about it. It was in 98. We are in 2023, so it's more than 20 years ago. It's 25 years ago. They are still crying about it because they didn't receive a penalty. Today, there was exactly the copy with Chiesa and Patrick, and it was correct. They didn't whistle the penalty because there was no penalty on Chiesa. This is something I wanted to say, because otherwise the Interisti, they will say, Beppe, now you're complaining, and back then you said there was no penalty. No penalty today, no penalty in 1998, so hopefully they will stop crying, but I doubt it. I really doubt that they will stop crying. Anyway, let me read a bit of your comments. Panita, man of the match for the yellow card. That was an important one. When we have Kostic and Quadrado that plays with maturity, give center back time to think of their job. We saw it today. Also important. Having a man like Quadrado, that, guys, we have to be honest here. Quadrado didn't become the most important player of the world now. We are not speaking about Cancelo, Alexander-Arnold, whoever you want there, Alphonso Davies or whatever. This is not Quadrado, he's also 34, 35, but how important and crucial is he there to give solidity in both phases, offensively and defensively? For me, Quadrado on that side in a 3-5-2 makes sense. This Quadrado, the Quadrado that rested for 3 November was the last time he played, 15 November. We are the 2nd of February, so it's all January, all December, 2 months and a half of rest for Quadrado. Rest. We are saying rest. He trained, of course, but he needed it. He really needed it. So who knows? We can see a Quadrado like that. I missed most of the game. Trimboli, why? I'm working, but give up the work. And still working, but put it on the 80th minute. We looked good from what I saw. Now we will push Inter. Peloso didn't want to see it again. We read that. Mikey, a lot of Kostic crosses are being blocked. I've noticed. I would like to see him improve on that by getting more separation before crosses. I agree. If you're looking at the crosses, we did 21. Lot less in second half, a lot in the first half. I believe it was 17 in first half, and at the end we did 21. So 4 or 5 in second half. So not a lot, but in the beginning it was a lot. But cross accuracy 38%. On the other side, you see Lazio, they tried 18 times with crosses, 0%. So let's go step by step. We lost at the end, ball possession. We won in the first half, and it was clear in the second half that we were losing a bit there. Ciao Chucky, grande Chucky. Fino alla fine, forza Juve. Beautiful message from Chucky. Thomas McLuff, I watched random parts of the game. I was on the train with interrupted internet connection. Disaster. Andrew, forza Juve, Beppe, respect from Bulgaria. Grande Andrew. Guys, where are you all from? I never see you writing under the messages. Hush, Beppe, I've been observing Dusan for a while. I noticed 2 issues. 1, he lacks one of the basic techniques, control, first and second touch, something that we knew. Yeah, it's true. Second, although he's physical great, he lacks balance. Your opinion? But the first one, we all know it. We saw it. That's something he has to improve. Balance, I don't know, because he's always playing a man-on-man there. today he was not 100% in form. I'm happy to see him. He played more than I was thinking. I was thinking he would have gone max 50th, 55th minute. He played until the 62nd. He needs to come back in form before being able to really judge him, giving time. That first thing is something that we were able to saw before, and it's true. People from Luxembourg, that's not far away from me, from Montreal, a bit more further, from Toronto. Now, when I'm saying, where are you from, it's not that you have to tell me where you are from. You can tell me, of course. I like Tomsi from Strasbourg. But the question was more like, where are you, in the morning videos, when I'm doing the morning videos and you're not writing. But you can tell me where you are from, of course. Pass accuracy, people are telling me, well, pass accuracy, at the end, we lost with 84%. We were better in the first half and we lost it. One thing that is annoying is here. 63% pass accuracy in opposition half. When you're watching the opposition half with the other team, the opponents Lazio with 84, that's annoying. That's really annoying. This is not okay. Because if it's one time, it can happen. Why not? Why not? Can happen. When it's recurrent that you go around that 67-70% pass accuracy in opposition half, I'm not happy. It's true that we tried a lot of crosses. Crosses are more difficult to be accurate, I agree. But even the passes. And that's something that today we won 1-0 and we are happy and we did a solid performance. But that's a problem. That's a real problem. I can't wait to play Inter for Anthony Trimboli. We have Golf. The attacks were not organized and there was no correlation between the center and the attack. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's also the problem with the 63%. Now, don't forget, it's the first time at Juventus after so many times that you are playing with Dusan and Chiesa. Chiesa that played good today, really good. After seeing him missing the last game, he was back today. Dusan is coming back, so these two players were not in ideal form. Chiesa better, and you know what is exceptional with a player like Chiesa is the fact that when he has that ball, and I believe he was the one that woke Juventus up at a certain moment. He received that ball at the 7th minute, where Juventus 7th, 8th minute, where Juventus didn't touch the ball yet. First minute of the game, or in the beginning of the game, 7th, 8th minute, he received that ball and immediately he turned himself, but with an anger, with a ferocity, with a dynamism, with a stop and go boost that is exceptional, guys. That is something that, honestly, when I see these kind of things, I'm telling me, okay, he's showing me the way. He's telling me, let's go. He's telling me, we have to go up. And it's a sign that he's sending to me, but also to all the players on the field, and also to the supporters in the stands that were not full, but we have to admit, and I don't know if you heard them or not, but the stands were, except of one thing, they were perfect today. A big applause to the stands today that were motivating the team from the first minute until the end, singing songs, standing up for Federico Chiesa, standing up when the referee was taking some dubious decision again. Congratulations, fantastic atmosphere. Even if the stadium was not sold out, there was just one thing that I am not happy with, and I don't care. I don't understand why a part of the stands are whistling a player, whoever it is. I don't understand it. This is, for me, the worst of the night. Man of the match, Locatelli. Best of the night, it's the stadium that in a cold winter night is back supporting the team, being that 12th man. Whistling De Sciglio is, for me, not okay. I don't like De Sciglio, guys. I'm not a fan of De Sciglio. I don't like that. He's part of the team. It's 1-0, even if it's 4-0. We don't whistle him. Then, if the players are performing bad, guys, they deserve some whistles. You can whistle a performance. If you're losing 5-1 versus Napoli, you're not playing at home, but if you were playing at home, you deserve the whistle. If you lose 2-0 versus Monza, you deserve the whistle. But these whistles are towards a performance that the team is offering. Whistling a player that is entering the field, guys, it's not beautiful. It's not beautiful, and I will tell you even more, it's stupid, because you are putting negativity on a player that is just entering. You are putting stress, more stress than he already had. He's already not a phenomenal. But anyway, my opinion, guys, I can be right, I can be wrong. Today is Thursday, Allegri in, depending the day, of course. Paul, today, yes. Ciao, Sasha, again, pass accuracy, I said it, not good. If you're looking at the attempts, I will tell you really fast. 12 shots for Juve, 11 for Lazio. The big difference here is that we go with with 5 on target, and Lazio only 1. That's also a proof of our defensive solidity. Let me refresh so that we have the last stats. I have a question for you guys. Now it's time for you to try to guess. Who touched most balls from Juventus? Who is the player with most balls touched? Or with the most touches, let's say it like that, because sometimes, most balls touch can bring to confusion, and let's avoid that. From Juventus, I'm waiting for a name. Locatelli from Starboy, Kostic from Radovan, Locatelli Veritas, Danilo from Andy Golding, Bremer, Danilo, Kostic, Danilo, Alexandro, Danilo, Bremer, Danilo, Quadrado from Sylvain Lefebvre, Bremer, Sasha is going with Quadrado, Danilo, Loca, Kostic, Bremer. So a lot of you with the same names. A lot of you, like Dr. Wills and Benjamin, are right with Danilo, 88. But the one that guessed Alexandro were really not far, because he touched 87 times. So 88 for Danilo, 87 for Alexandro. Juan with 73, Quadrado. Locatelli, the first real midfielder, with 70 touches. Not enough. The beauty, of course, is to check also the pass accuracy. 93% for Danilo. That is the best one, except of De Sciglio. But De Sciglio played like 2 minutes. De Sciglio with 100%, 93% for Danilo. Let me show you here so that you can follow with me. 91% from Alexandro. Of course, when you are playing from the back, it's a bit more easy, or should be a bit more easier. The one that scared me a lot was Nicolo Fagioli. 82% today. I tell you, for me, not the best performance of Nicolo. Nicolo, that, again, he was actually filling the gaps from Rabiot. But when he had the ball, or he was aggressive on the players, or he was putting the team also in danger with not accurate passes. And I'm not surprised to see here Nicolo Fagioli with 82%, only 82%. Filip Kostic, 78, pass in final thirds, 70% in final thirds. Why? Because he went with a lot of passes, a lot of crosses, and that's a higher degree of difficulty. Rabiot, 76, also him, especially in the second half. I believe I said his name like 2 times. Really at the end. Adrien Rabiot, 34 touches only for Rabiot. I'm curious to see on who he was playing. So average position of Juventus without the subs. So this is starting lineup. He played on Cataldi. Man on man on Cataldi. That was the game of Rabiot. Man on Cataldi. And covering and paying attention to Vecino. Immobile not in form, coming back from injury. So it's a 3-5-2. 3-5-2 with, you see Rabiot and Fagioli that are here, but actually it's where they touched the ball. So that means they were not only there, they were really changing position. One time Rabiot was on the left, one time on the right. The coverage of Locatelli, the heat map, you're asking. Let's go to the heat maps. So that's the total heat map of all game. We take away Lazio. We put Locatelli. We start from minute 0. You see, start as a real defensive midfielder. Look at the position of Locatelli. Here we are at the 7th minute now, where Lazio was really pushing. And that's where you see, with these first touches of Chiesa, where finally we go up. Locatelli also present from that moment offensively. You see, helping defensively, but really centrally dominating that midfield. That's the first half of Locatelli, and at the end you see that he's really dominating here. We start in the back and he's going there, and then you go in the second half where Juventus played a bit lower, and you will see that Locatelli until the 80th minute he's playing more lower, and then he's going again a bit more up. So this is Locatelli heat map. We can say that first half dominating the real midfield in the center, second half a bit more defensively, or a lot more defensively. Who else? Alla Pirlo. Yeah, today Alla Pirlo with a beautiful vision, but this is why I always believed in Locatelli as a defensive midfielder, in a three-man defense, but also as a box-to-box, but he also has the qualities to do it, because he has a great vision. When he receives that ball, when he's centrally, in one touches, he can really go with these long balls on the right and on the left side of the field easily. Yeah? He was brilliant for King Chiesa. I totally agree with that. So let me check a few other of your comments, if there are. Stavros is saying, Beppe, I need to see the players and everyone fight even more in the next games with continuity, showing us the fino alla fine mentality. Well, that's what we all hope, because of course, if you give a performance like this after Atalanta, we are there, we play. But if you are playing versus Monza, like we did, it's difficult, and Salernitana will be a big test, because on paper it's again a smaller team. What else do we want to see in terms of where we played? Look at the graphics, maybe attacking thirds. At the end, we played more 45% on the left side of the field. At halftime, it was more balanced with 38, 33, and 29 centrally. No, I'm not even showing you. 30%, 29 in center, 38 and 33 here. In second half, you see that we are going more and more and more towards the left side of the field. Chiesa heat map, we can show, yeah, of course. These are all the shots. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the distance, a lot from inside, where you see the difference. This is an important chart, guys. Look at the solidity of the defense. The solidity of defense is incredible, because you see that Lazio, they were obliged to always go from the distance. They were not able to penetrate our box. The only shot they had from inside was Zaccagni, a dangerous one, a real dangerous one, when he's going really, it was not perfect, but that could have been really dangerous, because that's the only time that we gave him space, and that's why he shot. All the other ones were outside of the box. Juventus, 4 times, but a lot of time inside the box as well. So good, really, really, really good. Heat map of Chiesa, you told me. Taking away, that's annoying. I always have to take away here. That's the total heat map. Guys, this is where he touched the ball. It's not where he was positioned off the field. That's where he's touching the ball. So if you're looking at Chiesa, he starts, of course, in the middle, because he's kicking off the game, and then he's going immediately on the left side. Up, he's trying to be, you see, that's the first touch he's touching. That's the minute, 5, the 5th minute, the first time that he's actually saying to the team, wake up, we have to go for it. So he's going, then he's going up, you see. There was a corner kick as well that he took on the right side of the field, but that's his position at first half. Then helping the team a bit here, but for all of players that are saying that he's dropping back, he didn't really. He was really playing offensively until the 73rd minute when he went out. That's Federico Chiesa. If you want other people, let me know. In the meanwhile, let me say thank you to Dave, that became a member for 5 months. My co-host on Twitch channel, Juve, is there. Bremer for the win. Forza Juve, Forza Beppe. Well, Monday, we can celebrate that win. And we can prepare on Monday on the Juve Twitch channel. We can prepare Juve Salernitana, or Salernitana Juve, more precisely, because we are playing out of home. Ciao, Cecilia! I still think Mister is really focusing on this tourney. Well, what is the consequence of winning the Coppa Italia? That is still far away, because there are 3 games to go if we want to win it. Semi-final, home and away versus Inter, and then the final versus or Cremonese or Fiorentina. What is the difficulty, of course, is that if you lose, you're out. If you lose, you're out. But what are the benefits of that competition? If you win it, you are automatically qualified for Europa League. If you are not able to reach Champions League, if you're not able to reach Europa League with the points because they took away 15 points and we don't know what it is. There are some rumors that they will ask for 20 more points to take away. Coppa Italia becomes vital, super important. Vincenzo is right. Europa League qualification. Why also? Because if the worst case scenario, they take us away, they ban us for 1 year of European competitions, well, it only go deducted from the moment that you qualify. Only if you are not qualified, that doesn't count as a deduction from that ban. I don't know what will happen today. I don't want to speak too much about it, but it's super important. Super, super, super important. Ciao Tom C. Ciao Tom C. Grande Tom C. Antonio, not a fan of De Sciglio, but I am not for whistling. No, me neither, and I'm not a fan of him. Who is fan of De Sciglio? Do we even know who takes the corners? Today, a lot of players, Arif, changed. Kostic, Chiesa, a lot of players. A lot of players. Here is when you were putting me the names. Thank you for your membership again, my friend Dave. Really, really, really appreciate it. Trying to find. Fagioli looked confused. I was not a big fan of him today. Rabiot flop of the game. Invisible, but I'm curious to see Rabiot invisible on the ball. Off the ball, probably he was doing a great work defensively. Probably, I'm nearly sure about it. But I didn't see him. I didn't mention him. Where is Rabiot? Defensive stats. Let me check the defensive stats of Rabiot. False one. Who is there? Rabiot won. No, he committed 3 fouls. He won 1. He committed 3 fouls. 3 times he intercepted the ball. Most interception together with Locatelli. 1 tackle. Player in general, if you're looking to Rabiot, total duels 5. He won 9. He won 5. Aerial duels 4. He won 3 of them, which is good. Possession 1. 5. If you're looking at the player that won most possession was Filip Kostic, followed by Locatelli and Rabiot. So only defensive work, but we saw it also versus Lazio when we played at home in Serie A. Abi saying Rabiot was fantastic tactically. Look, today was the perfect example of a Rabiot defensive game. I totally agree. Where you don't see him, but he's working as a bull. He's working a lot. Antonio, I think if next season we have Rovella back, Locatelli can play as a mezzala with Pogba on the other mezzala. Yeah, but he can do it as well. Huh? Ale, he was impressed with Chiesa today. His off-ball movement was really clever. I believe that Allegri gave the ball to Chiesa and said, go and play. I was a bit less convinced by Di Maria. Ciao, Kirill. Kirill, Beppe, what is happening with the rumors of Vlahovic? Guys, you know that Juventus is in big doubts of what will happen in the future, so it makes totally sense that, and the players are asking questions to themselves that they don't know the answers. Nobody knows the answers for, but also other clubs are interested because if we have real big troubles, players can leave a bit with less value. So, and also because papers they need to sell, sites needs their clicks. So it makes totally sense. Then, if he wants to go, if he will go, I can't tell you today. Today we know that Mercato is closed, and until the end of the season, Vlahovic will need to show that we paid him 80 million euro for a reason. Exactly, Thomas. Exactly. D-Man, I see. I don't know what you see, but I see. La crème de la cremonese. Ciao, Ante. We didn't see Vlahovic a lot. Why? For European, because he's not 100%. That's it. And also, because we played a lot on the wings today and less centrally. You know, can you guess who I didn't particularly like today? Give me the name of the player I liked a bit less today. Or no, I didn't like today. Ciao, Ahmed, mon amour from Belgium. Ciao, my friend. Rabiot was fantastic tactically. I already read it. Ciao, James from Tanzania. Grande, James. Di Maria. I didn't like Di Maria. Aldo and Ale, they were right. I was Angel also for BBRTHC. No, I didn't like how he entered. He touched, I believe, yeah, he did something fantastic at a certain moment, but I believe he touched like, I don't know, out of like this 6 balls, 1 is going with his left foot. Okay, it's fantastic, it's beautiful, and why not? You try it. I say you tried. At least you tried. There were not a lot of solutions. You try and okay. But then at a certain moment, on the 1-0 at the 87th or 88th minute, I don't agree. I was not happy. Because if the first attempt he's trying and he's going with something totally horrible, what a horrible. It's like when you have the joystick of the PlayStation, instead of going with a shot, you go with a cross, happens. It happens to everyone. At least you tried, you had the intention to do something. Then on the other counterattack or in the other offensive phase, you have a Miretti. He was there. He missed it. No, I was not happy with Di Maria today. I praised him a lot. Napoli, even if we lost 5-1, he was the only one. I praised him versus Atalanta. I praised him a lot of things. Also when he tried that Rabona, I don't remember versus who that was. Today, less good today. So I'm happy that he's performing less good when he's entering at the 78 and we win. El Fideo, indeed, my friends. Di Maria didn't enter well, I agree. Di Maria, Tomsi, Keane. Well, no, hey guys, again, I saw something because I said it live, but then I saw it again. Again, something really disgusting. You know what's disgusting? It's the narrative. It's not that you gave or not the penalty. It's the narrative of this one. Look, you see this? This is the moment where Moiskin is going one-on-one on the goalkeeper. If you see how he's pulled his shirt, guys, you know what is annoying? It's fair play. He's going with physical dominance, and he's even winning his duel at the end, and that's why we don't go back on the foul. If he fell there on the ground, it's red card. It's red card for Lazio, for Patrick. But you know what? I didn't see any replay. I didn't hear any sporting commentator speaking about it. And this is what annoys me. This is really what annoys me. Because here, you can even go with a red card, huh? You can even go with a red card. So that was something that really, really annoyed me today, my friends. I was not happy. Ciao to MMA. Ciao, baby. What's happening with the minus 20 points in the Serie B rumors? I can't understand. Well, it was something I didn't really want to speak too much about it today because it's a rumor, because we spoke a lot about it. But if you want to know, and thank you for your donation, MMA, and especially a lot of people will probably ask for, well, we received the minus 15 points at the moment for the plusvalenza investigations. We were not punished for doing plusvalenza, but because of disloyalty, because we were punished actually for the intention of doing plusvalenza, not for the plusvalenza. Really strange. Anyway, minus 15, Juventus will go into appeal. Maybe they will take it back, maybe they will leave them, but they will not be able to change. So you can't go with minus 7, minus 8, okay? This is one thing that you have to put aside. Minus 15 with a big question mark, will they remain or not? Because a lot of illogicalities were found in the reports that were sent, the motivations that were sent. But then you have other investigations ongoing with the same man, the same prosecutor that is doing a witch hunt at Juventus, Giuseppe Chinet, that is speaking about the salary maneuvers. I already explained it too many times, but it's about salary maneuvers, about COVID time, where Juventus asked their player to postpone salaries, not really beautifully communicated openly, and so on and so on and so on. So they are investigating, and they want to apparently, because nothing is official, but apparently Giuseppe Chinet, that asked 9 points deduction and received minus 15 at the end for Juventus for the first time, he will ask for this other lawsuit, he will ask apparently minus 20, okay? Minus 20 in the best case scenario. That's what they were reporting and writing on Corriere dello Sport. What does that mean? Minus 20 best case scenario. The worst case is probably also second division. This is what they will ask. Then will we be punished for that or not? Let's see. Let's see. I don't understand personally today, but nothing is surprising me. That's why I'm not telling you be confident or not. What is surprising, what is confusing and strange for me is that if you postpone some salaries for a few months, you are speaking about a few months, I don't know how the sporting side can be affected by this. I don't know. So let's see what they say, what they want. I don't want to say that Juventus is guilty. I don't want to say that Juventus didn't do nothing because I don't know. So let's see. The only thing is that I don't trust the Italian justice, the Italian sport justice. That's what they are saying. That are the rumors. That are the rumors. So let's go back to the game. Thank you, MMA, but we will follow it on the channel, of course. Of course, we will follow it. Other comments, guys. It would be a red. Keane has no brain, and it's sad. If he's loyal and if fair play, we are criticizing him. If he's falling on the ground, we will criticize him. I agree. Did you see the goal? They spent 2 minutes trying to cancel. Clearly onside. But of course, we said that maybe they were looking with the people in the stands if they were offside or not. No. We of course we showed it. Of course we showed it. About plusvalenza, what do you want, Tom C? I've read that Connie would only decide if there will be a new trial instead of deciding about the -15 cancellation. Is that right? I read that Connie would only decide if there will be a new trial. No, Juventus will go into appeal. Yeah, of course, if there is no appeal, it's over. It's -15. But no. We will go. We said it publicly that we are going in appeal, so they will check and then we will see. What about the game, guys? What other questions about the game? Can we go back about the games? I would love to for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Look, I'm happy. I tell you the truth. I was quite nervous this week, but really nervous this week about everything. The -15. I was angry about the way of course they are speaking bad about Juventus. I'm not happy because Pogba was out, Milik injury. You see that Serie A is dying, and that was hurting me a lot because I love Juventus. But even if I don't like any other team in Serie A, I love Serie A. This is the league I grew up with, and then you see that they are spending 33 million while Premier League is spending 920. And again, and I repeat for all the people, I am not jealous about no, I'm jealous, of course I'm jealous, but I'm not angry about Premier League. I'm not blaming Premier League. You will never hear me saying I'm blaming Premier League. No, they did well. We did bad. Serie A did really bad. So I was a bit nervous also about the game where Lazio, they scored 4 goals versus Milan. They did 1-1 versus Fiorentina, okay, but they were a team that is third in Serie A, that were doing quite well in 2023. So I was a bit worried about the game of today as well. When you come back from a 2-0 versus Monza in your home without any reaction, it's like, someone on the ground that you try to reanimate and he's dead. I was really scared. I tell you the truth, I was really scared. Then luckily today I saw a reaction after 5, 6, 7 minutes. I saw a reaction of Juventus. Then what I didn't like was, of course, in the second half, dropping down too much. I don't believe in we parked the bus because this is not what we did. Lazio, they needed to chase us. They needed to score a goal. They were never dangerous. But of course, that attitude of accepting that we are not strong enough to go for that second goal is annoying. On that one, I agree. We accept that we are not strong enough to create that second goal. Not in the last, not from the, 60th until the 65th. No, if we start like that immediately, because I believe, without lying, I believe that for 2 minutes, 30, we didn't touch the ball in that second half. It was only Lazio, boom, 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 trying to find a way. They were not able to find it. It's annoying, yeah? It's really annoying. That's something that we have to really pay attention for. Mohamed Youssef, grande Mohamed. Thank you for the donation, my friend. I see that players' problem this season are mentally more than skill issues. I don't see an end of this issue soon with all the noise around. Well, it's a fantastic comment. Mohamed. Why? Because for me, it's not only mental, it's also injuries and absences. Because you see that today you have a Cuadrado that is not the best player on the world, but at least he knows what he has to do in that job offensively and defensively, because Sule will do you the job offensively. Chiesa, he can play a 3-5-2 offensively, but a player like Cuadrado is able to do both of the phases, and probably Melo was a player like that as well. Not sad that he didn't come, but these kind of players that know what to do. The runners, the ones that are sacrificing themselves. Lichtsteiner, for example. Of course, Cuadrado is a Lichtsteiner with a bit more skills. It's a different player than Lichtsteiner. But these players, they are vital in a 3-5-2. If you don't have them, you are adapting players that they will, like McKennie. McKennie was playing well there only when he was focusing on tactically defending. Offensively, he was invisible. Sule, we conceded a goal nearly because of Sule, or they scored and they cancelled it versus Cremonese. I don't remember. I believe it was versus Cremonese. He's an offensive player. Chiesa versus Napoli, disaster there. And we are speaking about Chiesa. So for me, it's not only mental, but out of position, and this is because we didn't sign anybody. So that's a big problem. Also, the fact that we alternated too much shameful performances with good performance. Which was the best game that Juventus played this season? In terms of animo, probably in the comeback with Atalanta 3-3. But also there are big mistakes. Is there, probably the domination versus Inter and Lazio in Serie A. Probably these are the games. But they were also not exceptional. Okay? Even Sassuolo, the first game of the season, until the cooling break that I will never forget, we are a disaster. And then, cooling break, we score with Di Maria, and the game is easier. And then that's where we go to mental. Mental, it's a team, and we know it, and we repeat it, and we saw it with facts. From the moment that you concede a goal, you disappear. You totally disappear. And this is something that proves what Mohamed is saying. I don't see an end of the issue, because tomorrow, Tuesday, you play versus Salernitana, you concede the first goal, and you drop, and you collapse, like it happened versus Monza. Yeah, Haifa at home was a good game. Luckily, Nergost, luckily it was a good game at home. And then we are losing versus them in their home. But again, because we concede immediately, I believe, immediately in the beginning, the second minute of the game, boom, boom, a goal. Roma first half was good. Roma is a game that annoys me because Juventus played well, really well in that first half. And then we continue even to play well, and they cancel a goal. A goal that they give to Monza for the same exact thing, like 2 minutes before they touch the ball with the hand. It's hard to score more than one goal. Also, today's coming from a cross. We are not a team, we know it, that is offensively perfect. I understand Allegri wanted to give defensive solidity to a team because that's always how he worked, and giving freedom to the offensive players. But if you miss for 2 years now, 1 year and a half, let's say, too many time offensive patterns and relying too much on individuals up front, especially if you don't have the same individuals, then the coach needs to solve it. Then he needs to train the team better on patterns offensively and so on and so on. I know why, because he doesn't want to limit the creativity, but that is good when it's working, when you have a working offensive lineup. If you don't, you have to implement it. You have to implement it. Dan Avala, he was there. Thank you for the donation, Mohammed Youssef. Dan Avala, he was there, and he remembers the cooling break. Really very worried that I have missed him. Who, Johnny? Who are you speaking about, Johnny? Radovan. You're speaking with Radovan. Okay. Is it possible to have all 11 players have a good game? All I remember is when player A is good, player B is bad, and then they switch the game. A lot of time that happened as well. I have to say that today, Fagioli was a bit less good. Rabiot was less visible. Let's say less visible, because did he play a bad game, Rabiot? I don't know if he played a bad game. He was less visible. He was probably focusing on other things, and probably it worked again, because versus Lazio home game, he was doing exactly the same. So I believe he really knew what he had to do, and he did it at the end. They were never able to shot inside the box. He was blocking there. He was there. So, but it's true that today maybe I saw a team that all of them were average in the same, in average the same level. Except of a few players like Locatelli, Bremer, Kostic that were up, Chiesa, Quadrado that were up versus the other ones. But I saw a lot of time, like Thomas is saying, some players that are present, then you have the other ones that are really, really bad. Gianmarco Allegri gives freedom to the offensive players because he has no idea how to attack. You see, Gianmarco, you see, I love to read you. I see, the criticism, and I can understand it. But then, I don't know, why is it necessary? I don't understand. You win 1-0. You are here discussing about football. I don't like this. Is not welcome on the channel, guys. Gianmarco, I'm sorry. So I will not answer that because I wanted really to take my time to answer you, but you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Also because your second part is a really stupid message. It's really stupid message. Anyway, lots of time Rabiot missed to make the ball from back to forwards. He killed my nerves, Radovan. It was. We need some fullbacks. But look, I totally agree with you, and that's a problem now that is really since long. We are not able to fix it, and we need to fix. We need to do something there. The only time where I excuse Juventus for not going for fullbacks is this winter mercato. The other ones I don't excuse really Juventus because you needed fullbacks. If you wanted to play with a 4-3-3, you needed fullbacks because you know that and Alexandro and Danilo will not play you all season long. Especially Quadrado is not a fullback that Allegri likes. He likes him in the 3-5-2. He likes him, to enter and to cover some spaces a bit, but not really to be the starter in a right back. And then De Sciglio, that he's an injured man. So, it's annoying. The season before, we were already speaking about it. So, you see, but this time it's the only time I excuse them. Why? Because with minus 15 points, with another that is arriving, you don't know if they will give minus 20, you don't know if they will take back, you don't know, you have no idea. Well, it is impossible to attract new players. Juventus didn't even try to go for new players. The only one they tried, so they realized that they needed someone that potentially could play on the left and on the right, it was Cambiaso. Not because Cambiaso is the best player of the world now. He's not even playing as a starter with Bologna, so imagine with Juve. But it's your own player, so you have already the property of that player. So you're bringing him and there is no problem. It's a player that wants to prove you have him, and that could have been a good one. It's the only name that Juventus tried for, because the other ones, you don't know. You can't. You just can't. It's like some people are saying, hey, the coach, change the coach now. He will not be changed, because who is the crazy coach that will come now without knowing the future? You don't know. You don't know. I saw it today, I don't remember who was writing it, but Deschamps came in second division, not the Deschamps that won the World Cups, the young Deschamps. So you will have to find a young Deschamps, a young Conte, for example. It would be a real pity to burn today Montero in the moment that we are in now, with a team like Mohamed Youssef was saying earlier, that mentally are really fragile. Today, you can say whatever you want about Max Allegri. I blamed him a lot of time this season as well, because he deserved to be blamed if we are in that position, out of Champions League, doing bad in La Liga, in Serie A, without a lot of ideas offensively and so on. It's because also of him. So we have to blame him. But you can say whatever you want. Today he's taking all the blame on him. All the blame. And he cares, of course he cares. But he's strong enough to do it without being destroyed. I saw a lot of young coaches being totally destroyed by a criticism. Look, we are even able in the stands to whistle a player that is about to enter on a 1-0 in Coppa Italia. Then he's going with a distraction. He's losing his confidence. He's giving that ball back. Not solid enough, and we concede a 1-1. Would be a totally disaster. They are, if they are working, and also, we have to be honest, today Lazio was not the Lazio that we saw in Serie A. We saw that Brazilian defense versus Napoli shaking a lot. Of course, Bremer was probably not fit to play, and probably it was better if he didn't play, but Johnny, I see no need to change to 4 backs, because then we need almost a complete renovation. You see, when I told you that for me the best formation could have been potentially a 3-4-2-1 with Pogba being back, he's not back, with Chiesa, with Di Maria, with using midfielders and so on and so on. It is also because if you are going towards a 4-man defense, who do you play? You take away qualities from Bremer, you put him in a 4-man defense, you put him in difficulty. Look at the game that he's doing today. And who do you play? Quadrado on the right, Max doesn't like him. And so when he's doing only that position in a right back, he's doing some mistakes, because then he goes crazy because he wants to go up. At Quadrado, you take some risk. Alexandro, we know that as a left back, it's over. It's really, really over. And who do you play next to him? So 4 is difficult. It can work in some games, but for me 4 is really, really difficult. YOLO Power, I really enjoyed watching them playing with 3 in the back, using Gatti. Gatti scares me. He needs some playing time. When I'm giving you my 3-4-2-1, I'm putting Gatti there. Not because he convinced me, because at the moment he didn't convince me. Yes, the grinta. Yes, going up as the first one to chase the man. Yes, this is beautiful from Bremer, but objectively, making a lot of mistakes. Beppe, are we risking Sandro's automatic renewal? From the rumors, I also talked about it with Romeo Agresti. Yes, I don't know how much. Maybe it's 30, maybe it's 40, like for Quadrado it was 40. Maybe it's 45, maybe it's 42. I don't know how much, so we can't even count them because we don't know. But yes, we are risking. It's a risk, because who do you want to play? It's a big risk that we are taking. Yeah. Same happened to Pirlo. I agree. Same happened to Pirlo. Jason Cavani was saying the same, I believe. I love when we win, but I don't love when I'm confused about our plan moving forward. The plan is really, really. It was Jim that was saying Pirlo. It was not Jason. Ciao, Jason. The plan is for nobody knows about the future. Good evening, Beppe. Ciao, Guilherme. I'm glad to hear you say Alexander is over. I'm 100% with you there. But it's true, guys. I like the performance of Alexandro today. You know that I don't care if I like or I don't like a player. Today, Fagioli that I really like was less good, not dramatic, but less good. I was not 100%, and I believe that he was also not 100% of his performance when he's going out. He's not happy about his performance. I didn't like Di Maria today. That is a player that I really adore, I really admire, I really like. Today was bad. He entered really bad. Really bad. Di Maria. Alexander is a player that I don't like. Today he played well. But I don't want to see him at Juventus next year anymore. Then if he will be there, I will hope that he will do every time good performances. Today, with a three-man defense, he played much better in a four-man defense. Much better doesn't mean that he's the one I'm dreaming of. But in a four-man defense, is a total disaster. How much he earns? If I'm not wrong, 6 million. 6 million. Pre-COVID contract. Locatelli reminds me some of Pirlo. Entertain me with his green and style of play. Our midfield is very solid and creative when he's playing. I will continue to say that I see a lot of qualities in Manuel Locatelli. I will repeat it until that, but of course he needs to back me up in when I'm saying it. He needs to find consistency. He can't offer great performances one time as a box to box, and everyone is saying, "Hey, he's really bad as a regista. We want him as a box to box." And then you go towards Locatelli box to box, and he's disappearing, and then he's appearing again as a regista playing fantastic games. Then he disappears again a few games, and he's coming back as a. So you never know with Locatelli. It's a really player. I really promise you that I really believe in him. I believe I bought his shirt as well last year. Yeah, I love him. I hope he will stay forever at Juve, but he needs to. Or he goes with one position and basta, and he decides, even if it's a player that is sacrificing, he would even play in the goal to make actually Juventus, to support and to help Juve. But he needs to give my consistency of 4-5 games at good level, solid level like today. I don't care that he didn't score, but he has a lot of things, huh? Saif is just saying what I was about to say. A good, great shot from outside of the box. They cancelled one this season, but for me, it's a really great player. Peniel, Beppe, good to hear from you. I think with what I watched today, Allegri needs to start building a team with some of the next gen, with few of the first team, so we can have a better team next season. Guys, he just said Allegri that in press conference, of course you know it. I always told you, and I will repeat you, don't put too much weight in these words, but you have to read between the lines. And today he said in post game that in Salerno versus Salernitana, it will be scontro diretto. How do you say scontro diretto? It's like a relegation battle game. No, he didn't say relegation. It's not true. He said scontro diretto is a face-to-face, equal level face-to-face. That because he said, we have 23, they have 21. So you can interpret it as what is he saying, why is he saying, but he's correct. When he was calculating the points to arrive in Champions League after Atalanta, look at what happened versus Monza. We have to fight. We have to fight to have as soon as possible these 40 points. That should be easy, but our team is not able today to think too much ahead, to take too much responsibility and to calculate. Our team is really a team that needs to play game by game by game. So So we don't know where we will go. I don't believe that today we have to start building today, compromising everything, because guys, if you don't reach 40 points, you are out. Huh? You are out. You are out. And maybe they will give you even minus 20. Guys, you have players, you play it with them, and the best one plays. Like today, the best formation was on the field. I believe these were the best that you had at disposal. Let me check. What is Jonathan saying? Jonathan is saying Locatelli isn't a regista, and he's sacrificing every game just to help the team. It depends what you understand with regista. Today was fantastic in that role. Today he played in that role. He was fantastic. I seen him. If you speak about regista, regista is the one, the film director. It's the orchestra director. That's regista, the one, that is directing. Regista. Today, Vision. Of course, he doesn't have the feet of Pirlo. Of course not. But who has the feet of Pirlo? But he was able to being available between the lines, giving defensive support, sliding tackles. He was available there. We saw his heat map earlier. And you know what I loved? Playing with the head up, knowing already what would happen and where his teammates were, receiving that ball without controlling it with these long balls, left and right, without any problem. I really like it. And these are the skills of a regista. You know what's the problem with Locatelli? Probably Locatelli has always showed the best with continuity in a two-man defense, in a two-man midfield. 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2. That's where Locatelli is actually the best, but we don't play with a two-man midfield. That's where Locatelli is the best at. Two-man midfield. And that's probably why we are often confused with some people that are seeing Locatelli as a regista, and some people are saying, no, he's a box-to-box, he's a mezzala. And probably that's why we have that problem, because we are playing with three-man defense since he arrived at Juve. And he's probably better in a two-man defense, like we played the second half versus Monza, or at least how we started that second half, where it was impressive when he entered at the 46th minute. Not for long, because the team was not good versus Monza, but that's his real position, that 4-2-3-1. We are not playing with 4-2-3-1. So, and it's also a player that still needs to specialize him a bit more in something. Good night, Aldo. Buonanotte, Aldo, that is going to bed. Ciao, my friend. Ahmed saying that Sandro played well today. I agree. It's over, guys. 1 hour 13. Beautiful life. We spoke about a lot of things. We analyzed the game. We celebrated the video with the win without jumping in the air, because, guys, it's difficult at the moment. Animesh, Chiesa documentary is live. Let's check that. Wait. It's midnight, huh? Prime Video. Amazon Prime. Let me check. Amazon Prime. I'm already connected. Chiesa. Mamma mia. No, I don't have it. What is it? Break or break? No. Back to break. No, not back to break. Give me the title. Breaking Bad. No. What is the title? Jose, your heat map today was 100% on that chair. Go to bed. It's true. Back on track. At the moment, no. I will go crazy. If it's only in Italy, I will go crazy. I will go crazy. Ciao, Jason. Love you, brother. Thank you for your time spent with us. No, thank you to you, Jason. Always, always. Do you think Inter fans wanted Juve or Lazio to win? Well, I don't know. Pepe, can we see Di Marzio? I want to read some articles. I don't believe they are already out. Maybe yes. Mamma mia. Hey, mom, if tomorrow I wake up and they tell me that Breaking Bad is only in Italy, I go crazy. And I'm scared of it. Huh? I'm really scared. I wrote a message to Amazon Prime. I asked them. They didn't answer me. I tried. Huh? Di Marzio. Why is he not finding Di Marzio? Di Marzio. Gianluca. The pages. Yeah, I hope not. Huh? I hope not, Animesh. They are not out yet. They go out at a bit later. So they are not out yet, the pages. Use VPN. I don't have a VPN. Do you think Inter fans will? I don't know. Demon C, Kostic change sides on dead balls should be on the menu. That's a great thing, but it's because of the corner kick, and it's a consequence of the corner kick, and it worked really well. Did I watch Breaking Bad, all the episodes? Yes, I watched everything. I'm watching it again with my son now, because he's 14, so now we can. Ciao, Sasha, that is back on track. Okay, can we stop? 236 likes. I believe with a little effort, we can at least surpass the 250, guys. 250. Die. Show me that you can do it. Autoelectorals, we are in closing time, my friend. 241. Die. Let's try to reach the 250. This is vital. By the way, normally, because you never know in life, I don't like to normally big surprise Wednesday, big surprise Wednesday. If I watch Titanic, yes, I watch Titanic. Big surprise Wednesday. I'm happy. Wednesday would be great. Interview with Dusan. No, not with Dusan. Titanic watch along soon, Beppe. We can do that. Why is it not on back on track? Why is it not on Prime yet? We're the third. That annoys me a lot. Sule interview. No, not Sule. Yeah, thank you, Peniel. We reached 250. We have already 253. Guys, thank you. We see each other tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is a new day. Thank you to Mohammed, Youssef, MMA, Dave from Turin Giants, but also, and I didn't say thank you because it was before the live, but we had a new member of the channel, Franco that became a member today. So the next time I see him, I will of course thank him personally. Emanuele Zuelli went to Pisa, young player. He went to Pisa. I'm sad because he was my contact on Instagram, and I'm happy for Nicolo Kudryk as well. Good player, Nicolo Kudryk. Pay attention to him. Buonanotte, Victor, Diman, Daniele. I have difficulties to close. Wednesday here or on the Juve channel? I can't tell it, Johnny. I can't. No, it will. Guys, try to. Okay, I give you. Wait, 1 hour 19. So it's 1 hour 20 of live. I give you 2 minutes. No, 3 minutes. 3 minutes maximum of guests. What happened Wednesday? What happened Wednesday? You can, if you are a bit smart, if you are able to search a bit. The only one that cannot play is Jim, of course, because he knows more or less, not everything, but more or less. But except of Jim, people can try to hit. But give me a hit. Okay, it concerns Juventus, of course. No, Kudryk is still at Juventus, Leicester. Padwin interview, no. Interview with Moggi, no. The day after Salerno, it's the day after, yes, but that's not really special. Beppe buying Juventus, mamma mia. Del Piero interview, no. I go live with you, Haman. Not that day. Another day you can if you want to. You are interviewing Tech Beppe, no. Great hint, Beppe. Hey guys, try to guess how long you have. Still 2 minutes. What is happening Wednesday? Okay, I give you another hint. Don't think about first team. Okay. Don't think about first team. No, I'm not going to Turin. Don't think about first team. Huizen interview. I can't say yes or no, Saif. I can't say yes or no because I don't know yet. But what is happening? Yildiz. I can't say yes or no, but what is happening? Hey, we are going closer. Izza, we are going closer. Barbieri, no. So, okay, I can spoil. There is nothing wrong. But normally, because I'm always careful, you never know what happened in life. From one day to another, everything can be cancelled. But we play Genk in Belgium versus Juventus Youth League. Here we are, Pop Tart Youth Player Interview. So normally I'm going as Juve kind of journalist to the game Genk versus Juve, and I will do a post-game interview, like a journalist that is doing a post-game interview. I'm happy. So normally, so I will have my badge as a journalist and so on and so on. So they are working on it. So it's not 100% official, but it's 99.99.99%. So I don't know which player will be available or not. I will try. Guys, okay, tell me now. Which player do you want me to speak about? Don't forget there is also Montero, but I don't know if it's possible or not. I will do a vlog. Of course, pay attention. When I will film it's for Juventus. It's not for me, but I will show you later the videos, of course. But I will try to do a vlog. So people want Huizen and Yildiz, guys. Huizen and Yildiz. Camoranesi, no. Di Livio. Why Di Livio? Huizen, Yildiz, Hey, Joseph Nongué. Grande. I would love Joseph Nongué as well. Mbangula, don't forget Mbangula as well. Mancini, yes. Whoever speaks English, it depends who will be this. I don't know how it works. I don't believe that I will go and chase players to say, hey, here. So it will be probably the players that are at disposal. Hopefully we win, and we can comment a beautiful victory. Is this not great news, guys? I will watch them, and then I will approach them, we'll speak with them, do a selfie. We'll try to ask them if they say, dai, follow GJustjuve. Yildiz, I don't know which language you speak, but the advantage I have, of course, is that I speak, like Amati Singh, I speak every language. I can speak with Non-Game Bangula in French or in Dutch. I speak English. I can even speak a bit of German with Kenan Yildiz if he needs to, but I believe he speaks English. Yeah, Peniel. Of course, we will speak about the next gen, but it's not. These ones are not the next gens, and these ones are the under 19. Is that not beautiful for the people that remained until the end? You see, um, and when it's 100% confirmed, I tell you, then we'll ask you questions. But it will not be in the room. It's like 3 minutes, boom, boom, the game, and so on and so on. But let's try to do something nice. It will be my first time, so I need to understand how it works. But it's a beautiful thing, really beautiful that they asked me and to go. If it happens, I'm always superstitious. I don't like, because then you have a. It's a step, It's nice, huh? I'm really proud. I'm really proud. Who I want to speak about, but of course, if you are asking me, really, I would love, to speak with Montero. Montero is my generation, guys. It's one of my idols. So Montero would be a good one. Then, if you're speaking about the players, there are really a lot of players I would love to talk to. Huizen, but I'm not sure who will be called up, because maybe Huizen will be called up to play versus Salernitana next week. You never know, and he will not play Youth League. You don't know, huh? But Huizen is a player I would love to. Kenan Yildiz, Luis Haza. I really like Haza. And there are some great players there. Mbangula, Nongue, because they are from Belgium, so would be nice. So yeah, Henk is strong, Jim. Henk is strong, Jim. So it will not be an easy one, huh? I hope that they send Sule and Miretti. They can, huh? They are 19. Or they can't. I don't know if they can. I believe if you play too much games with the first team, you can't play. No, they are not even in the list, so it's not possible. I was dreaming. Basta, basta, Beppe. Now it's time to say goodbye to the people. I was dreaming already. Grande, guys. Keep it for ourselves, and then we will try to make something. Ciao, guys.